Oh, wir haben heute Samstag, den 31. August 2024. Es ist gleich 2 Uhr nachmittags. Und heute geht's endlich weiter mit Saint Kotar. Ja, das war ja letztes Mal echt blutig. Gruselig. Hätte ich das vielleicht doch die Warnung vom Anfang ernster nehmen sollen, wo es mir gesagt hat, dass ich mich auf den Schrecken vorbereiten soll. Ich habe ja gedacht, ja, erzähl du mir. Aber das war schon nicht so ganz ohne. Gucken, wie es heute geht. War hier? Ich komme davon, wenn man so lange nicht gespielt hat. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was ich zuletzt gemacht habe. Detektiv Mosthoff auf dem Polizeirevier finden und ihn damit konfrontieren, wie er versucht hat, uns töten zu lassen und was daraufhin passiert ist. Wenn ich es richtig anstelle, kann ich vielleicht Informationen über Victoria bekommen. Also ich soll zu einem Knilch gehen, der uns versucht hat zu töten. Das ist eine sehr gute Idee. Ich bin völlig ungefährlich.
Hey, jeder verdient eine zweite Chance.
Ja. Was ist mit den Eltern? Ach so, das war der. Genau, der da am See stand und seine Eltern gesucht hat. Hm. So. Tauschen. Stimmt das aktuell nicht. Habe ich hier noch irgendwas zu machen? Nee, ich nicht. Gehen wir jetzt mal zu dem Kelch, der mich umbringen wollte. Wir rein jetzt? Ich weiß nämlich nicht, wofür dieser Schlüssel ist, den ich da.
It's locked.
Der Wahrer.
This feels wrong.
Ist der aus der Kirche? Also da ging es zu der Lady im Wald. Hier ging es in den Wald, wo diese blutigen Reste waren. Muss theoretisch da zur Stadt gehen. Mal gucken. Ja, yippie! So, wo ist das Polizeirevier? Sehe ich das hier? Hm. Eingetragen. Welches davon das Polizeirevier ist? Okay, ja, dann nicht das da ist. War ich da überhaupt schon? Nee, hier war ich noch gar nicht. Cool. Mann. So hat.
They look so awkward and unnatural, as if made by someone who never saw them living. Weird executioner masks. They genuinely look old. A strange, tiny-sized tree with red leaves. Growing out of a head vase makes it even stranger, if not morbid. Statues and death masks of Ivan Kotar, and some small-sized replicas of the torture wheel. It evokes a repulsive feeling, and I guess that is its purpose, but I'm not sure it's something God would approve of, no matter the cause. Tiny chairs of torture and bells. I must say they are faithfully recreated to the smallest detail. Suvenirnica Lavenjak. Ah, the drawing makes perfect sense. Lav in Croatian should mean lion. Madam?
Do I look like a madam to you?
Well...
You're going to make me blush, sir. Welcome to my little hut. My name's Ida. Ida Lavnjak.
Joi. Tatsächlich, ich kenne deinen Namen bereits. Ich kannte den nicht. Einfach mal umhören.
I already know your name.
How? Do I know you?
Not really, but you know my sister. I was with her last night.
Oh, yes, I remember now. The shy and anxious older brother, Benedict. Or should I say, monk Benedict?
She said that?
No, sir, it's just the way you looked. Why didn't you come closer when we called you?
Her eyes focused somewhere behind me, with a weary and terrified gaze.
It's all right, you don't have to answer. Where's Victoria?
She disappeared.
Oh no, not her, not again. I hope she's not another victim of the moon.
Have you seen her today?
No, I don't think so.
Last night, did she come back after we left the square?
There were a lot of people here long after that, and I was preparing to close, so I really couldn't say. What's going on?
She was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof last night.
I heard about that accident this morning. She did that. She really pushed that man.
Eyewitnesses saw her.
Liars. Who are these people?
Does it really matter?
I don't know what to say except that Victoria is a good person. She looks so gentle and vulnerable. Like a butterfly. How can I help?
I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe only God can do something. Not even God. She's lost forever. you've heard about the mayor.
Heard what?
They found his body in the forest.
What? Who told you that?
The police forced me to see it. The body was hanged from the belfry of the Church of Mary. Mutilated, disemboweled, and half-eaten by the crows.
Those animals. I'm sorry you had to see that. Poor mayor. I'll light up a candle for him today.
What can you tell me about Nermin?
Never seen him, but have heard and retold many stories about him. What do you want to know?
It's a small town. How come you've never seen him?
Because he's one of those who lives under the moonlight, while the rest of us do our best to keep away from it.
A moon ghoul?
The worst of them all.
What book are you reading?
The Divine Comedy. I needed something to cheer me up.
So where's Dante now?
Who?
Dante, the hero of the book? In what part of the book are you now?
Oh yes, how silly of me. He's in a dark forest and there are beasts he cannot evade. I think they symbolize something else.
Sins. The beasts represent the self-indulgent, the violent, and the malicious.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, the book intrigued me because the descriptions of where he is in the beginning reminded me of this valley. Does that make sense to you? I told this to my father and he scolded me right away.
You are quite right, madam.
Now all we need is our Virgil to rescue us.
Where should I look for Victoria? She won't come out in the open. It would be too risky.
Well, if I were you, I'd start my search in the forest.
In Carcassa?
Udav Mountain could be a good place to start too, but I've never been there, so I can't give guidance.
Carcassa and Udav are forbidden places, aren't they?
I don't believe what they say about them. The forest is a beautiful place. The tall trees, Pepel, the river spring, and the silence. Listen. Search the forest. Make sure not to get caught while entering, and keep your eyes open once inside. You'll be fine.
Who decided to forbid these places?
Ironically, the same man that was found dead in the heart of the forest. Mayor Ranko Merzel.
You think his death had something to do with the decision?
No, I don't know. The proof of fate is a decree that he put in place soon after taking control of the town. It's a decree that compels people to stay away from the places on the list, and to report suspicious activities and misbehavior.
Such as?
Blasphemous and heretical talk, to name a few. But the decree's main objective is to find and execute those against or unfaithful to God.
She sounds like she doesn't approve of this.
I guess it's a good thing. I don't know.
You don't adhere to the law.
Not in this case, at least not entirely. You know. And please don't say this to anyone, or you'll have me tortured and killed, all right?
Go on. I promise.
Carcassa has been like my second home in the last few years. I can't get enough of its silence. I know what you are going to say. It's dangerous, dark, and forbidden. But listen to me. Sometimes it gets dangerous, true. And the mayor's death proves it. But isn't that normal? It's life. It's people.
It's life? Everything here feels rotten and reeks of death.
Don't say that. And don't talk to others this way. If we stop dreaming and lose hope, what do we have left? Look, I don't know if you should go into the forest. I don't want to get you in trouble or killed. I have no idea where you should look, really. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, I have something here. It might not tell you where to go, but at least give you some orientation. A map of the town and its surroundings. How does that sound?
Thank you, but I already have one.
Oh, good. Just be careful.
Aber ihre Karte wäre vielleicht genauer gewesen. Oder eine zweite Möglichkeit, diese Karte zu bekommen. Keine Ahnung, wo ich die erste her hatte.
How come you weren't dressed as a priest last night?
That question.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry, nothing against you. But it's the same annoying question that keeps coming back at me, like a bat flapping in circles, year after year. I see October 28th on the calendar, and I know what's coming to bite me.
So what's the reason?
I tell everyone I can't wear it because I have to work. But the truth is, I don't believe it would make a difference if I did. In general, the ritual doesn't make a difference.
Why does everyone else wear it?
Because the inhabitants believe we are all disciples of Ivan Kotar, and so we have to dress like them on the day. Not just in the evening when the effigy is set on fire, but all the time, from dawn to dusk.
But what is the reasoning behind it? The dress is just a terrifying shadow of what a priest's robe should look like.
There's a belief that wearing it scares off demons, witches, and other evil spirits. I guess the darker it looks, the scarier it is. I don't know.
The effigy turned into ash last night. What does it represent?
A demon slave of the moon god. The effigy ritual marks the end of the day of Ivan Kotar. People gather on the square, they pray and chant as one voice. Which sounds beautiful. It's the best part. No, it's the only part of the day I love.
I thought the exact opposite. It was a disturbing scene, and I felt true, primal fear.
Then the mayor comes out and everyone stops, and when the last words leave his mouth, the effigy is finally set on fire.
Has anyone been hurt over the years? The fire spreads very quickly, a wide and massive whirl as if ignited from the darkest of places.
No, not that I recall of. Why? Oh, you mean because they stand so close to the figure?
Yes, and because it could come down at any moment. It's so tall that nearby buildings could be hit.
Nothing to worry about. God is protecting them. Or at least it's what they believe. Oh, and those who are tasked with creating the effigy are given a free pass into the forest. Can you guess why?
No.
You haven't even tried to guess. Because it's made of black wood, plant roots, and undergrowth from Carcassa. Slaves of the moon god supposedly live or dwell as spirits if they are dead, inside the forest, and so, you know. Some of the townsfolk even swear to hear the wailing of demons the whole night after the fire. I don't know.
You knew Yakov Prenger?
Our former priest. I knew who he was, but I never really had a chance to speak to him. Why?
I heard he went missing.
Many people still go missing, vanishing without trace, as if they never existed. I heard this about Yakov too. Sorry I couldn't tell you more, but I really don't know anything else.
Your last name is Lovnyak, right?
Not a hard guess. It's on the sign.
Melita is your mother?
She is... was. Why?
What happened to her?
We don't know. She just disappeared. Exactly 5 years ago yesterday.
Did she die or just go missing?
I remember it as if it were yesterday. We went to the church, prayed, wore the disciple dresses, scared some kids. So much fun and joy. A long time ago she came up with this crazy thought. When I grow up, we will have a day only for us. Just the two of us, without father. And so, over the years, it became a tradition. Father was so jealous, but happy. We were all happy. Anyway, tired and feeling sick, I chose to go home that day. right before the effigy ritual.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
It's all right. On my way out of here, I turned around and she looked at me with those beautiful green eyes, and I remember seeing them change color. Her neck bent awkwardly, both eyeballs instantly became blood red, and I heard her screaming even if her mouth didn't open. We don't know what exactly happened to her, but since it was a full moon night, we just knew.
Forgive me, but... You didn't ask around if anyone saw something?
Father did, and the only information he managed to get after all these years is that she was last seen entering the Carcassa forest, alone.
So she wasn't actually taken away?
Of course she was. I don't believe what the police said. Why would she go into the forest on her own? She was terrified of it. It just doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Something is off here. Are you sure her eyes changed color?
Absolutely. Why?
You said they were blood red, right?
Correct.
The same color as the leaves on this tiny tree you have.
So?
Maybe in the moment you saw the blood red color of the leaves, your mind just thought it was her eyes.
No, Benedict. Her neck bent and her eyes turned blood red, and I heard her scream.
Memories can be deceitful.
I planted this tree after she went missing, because the color of its leaves reminded me of that day. It reminds me of her. And my guilt. Notice the vase. That's her. That's my mother's face. I recreated her entire head.
Surely a morbid way to remember a loved one. Excuse me.
Sure.
It's barely readable. That must read Sveti Kotar, and that should be the coat of arms of Croatia, the chessboard.
Schreien. Das war, glaube ich, der, wo ich das Hackebeil her hatte.
A mailbox? Not sure. It looks strange.
Ich glaube, hier war ich noch gar nicht.
Officer.
Officer Mars, stranger, do me a favor. Take a look at those 2 opened case files on the desk.
Why?
Just do it.
Yonkadia. Disappeared on March 2nd, 1982. Person last seen on a full moon night. Multiple witnesses saw him talking to a strange, tall man earlier that day. Clothes and personal belongings found in a trash bin near the railway station. Clothes were full of crow feathers and blood-stained. Analysis showed blood was of unknown animal origin. Haven Elizabeth McGuire. Date of disappearance is unknown. Talked to a few officers on a few occasions, asking for directions. Was particularly interested in the mountain. Rented 2 rooms for 2 nights in the Lodge Goldin. Reasons unknown. According to the receptionist, she didn't eat nor sleep. Receptionist heard her talking to someone in the room the first night, but saw no one with her before or after. Adi Bojanic. Such a beautiful dog. So many case files. It's sad when your life, your whole existence since the day you were born is reduced to a sheet of paper. Ivan Kotar. His eyes are in every nook and cranny of this town. Beate qui ambulant in lege Domini. Amen to that. I looked at the case files. What was the point?
Remember those people. They were strangers just like you. They wander around the town just like you. You don't get to walk safely in this valley. Sveti Kotar is a dangerous place.
I know that.
They knew too, and the ones that went missing before and after them. Everyone knows, but nobody cares.
I understand. Thank you for being so thoughtful, officer.
Just doing my job. Now tell me, what made you appear in front of my desk tonight?
I'm looking for Detective Mostov.
He's downstairs with the mayor. Wait a minute. Who are you anyway?
This man doesn't seem to know about me and the interrogation. I'd better lie.
Well?
I was sent to bless the mayor's corpse before the funeral.
Who sent you?
Father Henry.
Why? Is he alright? He always comes.
Well, no. He didn't feel well tonight, and it was an important matter that couldn't wait. So, here I am.
I agree, but you are a stranger. You don't live in Sveti Kotar.
I'm a visiting priest of the Church of Ivan Kotar.
I see. All right, Father. You may go see the mayor downstairs. It's the passage behind me.
When did the disappearances start?
Centuries ago.
And no one did anything to stop it by now?
Hey, we are doing the best we can, even though it helps nothing. If the efforts of the Inquisition were futile, then there's not much we can really do here. Just pray, I guess.
What did the Inquisition do?
They built this building, the Grimalda Castle, and the Church of Mary in the forest. Helped to materialize God, you know. They banned the Saboran name and religion, and they hunted them. Thanks to their efforts, many followers of the vile tribe were captured and executed. But the evil is still here. It's floating in the air, it's crawling under the ground, and it's poisoning the minds. Why
not just abandon this valley then? It's irreversibly cursed.
Faith. We the Kotarians are stubborn people. We may have little possessions, but we never lack faith. And one day a savior will come, and we will be free of the malice. It's faith that keeps us living and hoping.
There's a strange-looking mailbox outside.
Mailbox?
Yes, on the facade of the building.
Ah, that is not the mailbox. It's for the denunciations.
You let people denounce misdeeds by slipping pieces of paper into a box?
Yes, as per the decree, proof of faith.
Durch die Leute.
Has this something to do with the edicts of faith from the past?
I think so. The decree was enacted years ago by our beloved mayor, God bless his soul. And I know he was a great admirer of Inquisition's methods.
I'm starting to pity the mayor. What kind of denouncements are we talking about here?
Denouncements that prove your faith to God.
More specifically?
You suspect someone to be a Saboran? You denounce him. Your neighbor shows a lack of faith. You denounce him. An old friend knew about a Saboran family but said nothing? You denounce both him and them. You must act if you love God. Otherwise, you risk being taken away.
What happens to the denounced ones?
They are taken into the asylum for further inspection and, hopefully, successful exorcism. So take this matter seriously while in town. If you meet someone unfaithful, denounce them.
Who decides if your faith is strong enough? I mean, officer, it's easy to say who is a Saboran, right? But how do you know if a believer is having a lack of faith?
I know what you're thinking, but the men who decide make no mistakes. They have integrity. The warden and his staff are good people, exemplary believers. They have the town's full confidence.
This man knows nothing about the conspiracy, or doesn't want to know about it.
Do you see the paper forms and quill by the lamp? Combine them to file a denunciation, then take the form and put it into the box outside. It's that easy to show your love for God, while at the same time making this town a safer place.
Whatever becomes of them at the asylum, I could denounce those I believe should be punished. After all, it is my duty as a man of God, and it's anonymous. Excuse me.
Remember, do not waste forms. Use them wisely and with utmost respect. They have the power to change someone's life forever. And don't forget to put them into the box outside. Otherwise, they are nothing but a worthless piece of paper.
I have to
Dann
think.
später.
Maybe I'll come back later.
So, dann gehen wir mal runter.
Finally, Father. We were waiting on your arrival. God forgive me. but I've started with the prayers in your absence. I hope I didn't cause any harm to this man's poor soul.
You think God will forgive you for what you did to us?
Benedict? I thought I heard Henry upstairs.
It's what you thought you heard because we are already dead in your mind.
That is absolutely not true.
Then why do you look so confused and uncomfortable to see me?
It's not. I'm horrified by what was done to our mayor. Take a look at him if you wish, or we can continue talking. I must warn you though, what's hiding underneath that sheet could haunt you forever.
And I must warn you too. Henry knows I'm here, so do not try anything foolish.
Sieht ja auch schon komisch aus. Das hier?
Type A, Type 0. These bottles are all full of blood. I'm no expert, but I never knew blood to be taken out of corpses. Why would they do that?
Da habe ich gedacht, das ist harmlos.
No. It's probably the room where they keep the corpses. My God.
Ah! Yummy. Kann sich sogar die Details noch angucken. Schön.
It must be the yellow mask the mayor was wearing when they found him in the forest.
Yellow masks are nothing but disembodied skin faces of past Saboran's victims, colored with sulfur and then smeared with some strange kind of wax to prevent decay.
The skull was opened to take a piece of the brain out. The eyes were gouged out and the skin ripped off of his face. Dreadful. Belittling.
The worshipper took his face to create a new yellow mask, while the eyes and part of the brain were eaten as a part of the ritual.
Yes. Gucken wir uns doch mal das Innenleben an.
Slit open and disemboweled.
This is what bewilders us. The heart was taken out and eaten as usual, but they never disemboweled the trunk. Strange.
Seltsam. Völlig normal, dass das Herz gegessen wurde, aber seltsam, dass der Rest auch ausgeweidet wurde. Schön. Wir können das wieder verlassen. Oder? Ist da noch irgendwas? Hoffentlich. Da ist das Stück.
The skull was opened to take a piece of dreadful.
The worshipper.
Okay. Wir gehen. Schön. Ach, das ist das Gesicht hier unten. Ja.
Answer me. Do you worship the evil and the unknown, just like the man you follow?
The man I follow?
Hatur is a Saboran.
What?
Nikolai believed you. I didn't. But still, we both fell into Hatur's trap and were almost murdered.
God, no. Are you sure? How can you be so sure? You must be lying.
Do you think I am capable of lies? A man of God never lies.
Nur eben gerade.
You are right. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I didn't know who he really is. I was just following orders. But I'll do whatever it takes to be forgiven. Whatever it takes, whatever God demands.
Then start showing some good faith by answering my questions. What happened last night?
What do you mean?
You were with Hatur and he was looking for Victoria. Why?
I don't know. I can't remember. Where's Hatur now?
Don't lie to me. You know the reason.
I wasn't told anything.
You're afraid of him. Kotar is no longer with us.
You killed him?
God has his ways of dealing with evil.
All right, all right. I was just told we should find Victoria before she carries out whatever plans she had with Nermin.
Plan she had? How do you know she had a plan?
We know she met with Nermin and the cult the first time she came here.
What are you talking about? This is our first time in this place.
You didn't know? That explains a lot. She visited the town a few months ago. No doubt about it, multiple witnesses saw her.
Who are the witnesses?
I know only of Lucia, the owner of the house where we found you earlier.
This means... Did Victoria stay in the same house back then?
She did. Introduce herself as Petra.
Why do you think she met with Nermin and the cult back then?
You don't have to be smart to connect the pieces. She arrived just after Nermin's escape from the asylum.
The case you've been working on.
How do you know?
I had a chat with the old man at the lake.
Arsen. Good man. I regret taking his help, for it made me lose half of my brain.
Right. So is it possible Victoria helped Nermin escape? Or did she arrive here when she found out about it?
It's all connected. It must be. We're still trying to find out how. I said it before, and I'll repeat it now. It's crazy to think that your sister did all this. But if evidence leads us there, I'm sorry.
The asylum is under the control of the Saborans, isn't it?
I don't know.
So why would they imprison Nermin? It doesn't make any sense. He's one of them.
That's just a rumor Henry is trying to spread to the townspeople. No one, except for the warden and the staff, knows what's going on in the asylum. No one. Not even our chief.
The more I learn about the truth, the less I can understand what happened. Did you identify the man with the yellow mask?
The castle incident?
Yes, the identity of the man that was pushed by Victoria.
We found all his, or should I say most of his, body parts. Wasn't easy. He splashed and ricocheted all over the chasm. Needless to say, due to severe disfiguration, we still haven't found out who he was. Getting his identity will be tough, if not impossible.
You didn't find his hands?
We did.
Didn't you run the database against his fingerprints then?
Do you know where you are? It's like we're stuck in medieval times. We don't have a database of any sort.
For God's sake. He was wearing a yellow mask. You found his head. Don't you have his teeth?
Only what's left of them, and they can't help in any way. I know what you're asking. I'm aware of identification through dental records. But we have no dentists in town.
Even the teeth are rotting here. How can I get to the castle?
It's very easy. Going out of the station, you turn right, and then just follow the river uphill. But forget about it. Grimalda is off limits every day of the year except on October 28th, which was yesterday.
Maybe there could be some clues to who that man was. Something, anything.
That's our job, not yours. And I would never let you go there, Father. It's sealed and locked for a reason.
A sealed door won't stop me if the truth moves me in that direction. You lost part of your brain by helping Arsen. Could you tell me what happened?
I uncovered something which I wasn't supposed to. Someone learned about my discovery and tried to kill me. I still can't remember what I found and who attacked me. Heck, sometimes I can't even remember what I did yesterday. But God help me, I'll find the truth. Yes, I will.
Excuse me.
Father, could you do me a favor?
It depends on the request.
Please go upstairs and ask Officer Maz to give you the case file I handed to him earlier. I want to make things right.
You want to make things right? What do you mean?
Just trust me. Go get it. I don't want to leave the mayor now. I have to pray for his poor soul.
I'll do it.
Thank you, Father.
Detective Mostov sent me to get a case file for him.
He said nothing to me.
The one I handed you before. Give him just the note from inside.
No problem. Father?
Schauen.
Mindig Valami. It's the newspaper where Victoria works. This is her handwriting. The page was removed from her scratch pad. Et occidit et bibi sanguinem et viscera devorarit. In inferno nulla est redemptio non miserere eum Deus. It's Latin, and it translates something like, he killed, drank blood, and devoured entrails. There is no redemption in hell. God, have no mercy on him. This must be the Eye of Providence, a symbol that represents the eye of God watching over humanity. I wonder what that X mark means, if it means anything at all. Mindig Valami, the Catholic-oriented newspaper where my sister is employed. He's gone.
Dann ist der Hinweis wohl für mich gewesen. Was auch immer mir das helfen soll.
No, it's probably the room where they keep the corpses. This note wasn't here before. I had to go, Father. I apologize. What Maz gave you is the last page of Victoria's notebook. We found it in the belfry at the crime scene. Other notes are irrelevant, dated months ago. No one will notice a page missing. This is the only evidence I can give you. Hope it helps for you to find her, and for me to be forgiven of my sins. P.S. If you need me later, come visit me. Once you get out of the station, turn right, and then just follow the narrow street until you reach the last house on the hill. P.P.S. Burn this note. This is his way of making things right? I'll take the note as evidence, and it could help me to find his house later.
Ja. Ich muss nur noch rausfinden, wo der Bahnhof ist. Kann ich hier neben auch rein?
Chief Noren,
He won't answer you.
your cousin Davorgorsky has sent me.
Leave.
Told you so.
I have a gift for you.
You want me to arrest you this time?
It's a cleaver. Davor said that you...
You may go in now. That was the sign.
Put that thing on my chair. The chair in front of the fireplace.
What thing?
The damn cleaver! If you need to talk to me, I'm here. You may go now.
I should be careful what I say.
So. Fangen wir trotzdem einfach oben an.
You won't take me in?
Why would we? You're more valuable to us on the outside.
Mostov lied. Letting us go was all planned.
You seem shocked. Trust me, you wouldn't be wandering around the town if I didn't allow it.
You think that we are going to lead you to Victorian and Nermin?
Yes, or they're going to come after you.
But you are wrong.
I'm never wrong, and I never fail.
The cleaver I brought you.
Stop!
I just want to know the story behind it.
I won't tell you, and neither will Davor.
It seems a bit strange that a thing like that gave me access to your office.
I have your fingerprints on it now.
So, I did nothing. I just brought it to you.
Oh, but you did more than that. You got involved in something your feeble mind cannot possibly comprehend.
And what would that be?
Keep asking, and you'll realize soon. Better just stop.
About the man in the yellow mask.
The one your sister pushed to his death?
About him, yes. Have you found his identity yet?
No. And even if we did, I would never tell you. Stop asking.
How good of a detective is Mostov?
The best.
Really? He doesn't seem to be focused all the time. Not sure if he's all that reliable either.
He's obedient and disciplined. That's all I need from my men.
Excuse me.
God bless you, Benedict.
Okay.
The Bible.
Jetzt vergiftet er mich und jetzt ist er so nett zu mir, weil ich ihm einen Hackeball gebracht habe, das jetzt meine Fingerabdrücke trägt. Und wir haben eben einen Mann mit geöffnetem Brustkorb gefunden. Will mir nicht gefallen.
Nicht, wie du da eine Kausalkette zusammenführen
Ja, ne?
möchtest.
Das ist,
I know nothing about flowers, but this one has a unique shade of blue. It's pretty, if not a bit strange to see in a man's office. I see books of all kinds, but the religious type dominates the shelves. Zerkva, Redemptio, Ispoviedi, Rimska Katecheza, to name just a few I see on first glance. It's an old, shabby chair. The cleaver is placed on it as a trophy of some kind. It leads to the interrogation rooms. I have no intention of going down there.
okay. Da sind wir. Fluss entlang. Letzte Haus auf dem Hügel könnte das hier sein. Aber das ist eigentlich kein Bahnhof. Mhm. Ja. Okay, da glaube ich nichts Wesentliches.
Its ropes bear some resemblance to hangman's nooses. Makes sense for a town like this.
weiter. Okay. Ich sollte ja rechts laufen. Und ja, wenn ich das Ding im Rücken habe. Geht in beide Richtungen. Fangen wir hier mal an.
This should be the street that leads to Mostov's house.
Ja.
It's just a well. I can't see how deep it is since its hatch is closed. I should contemplate more about this decision.
Naja, ich dachte, man könnte so die öffnen.
I can't see a thing. The glass is too dirty. The glass is dirty and darkened, making it impossible to see through. Mostov! It's me, Benedek. Hello? Mostov? Your door was unlocked.
Well, who do we have here?
What are you doing here? Hiding behind the door in Mostov's house.
Sometimes they just come to you. No hunting, no drama. Perfect.
What?
You'll make a perfect gift for Kotar. You will.
Wait, no!
Ja. Okay. Das nennt sich wohl Game Over. Ich kann einfach da wieder weitermachen. Okay, ich gehe nicht in das Haus. Gehen wir woanders hin. Sieht ja cool aus. Ist das Schloss, wo ich hin wollte? Bestimmt. Warum sollte ich das Schloss untersuchen, erforschen? Ich sollte das Schloss Grimalda finden und untersuchen, was letzte Nacht passiert ist. Der Unfall mit dem Mann mit der gelben Maske. Wer war dieser Mann? Warum hat Victoria ihn vom Dach gestoßen? Ja, das sieht doch gut aus. Wo bin ich da jetzt? Jetzt dahin. Gucken, das ist der Wald.
Dark, lifeless and shrouded like a corpse by a sickening veil of thick fog. I feel threatened by just looking at it.
Das ist der Wald, wo ich auch hin soll, laut der Verkäuferin. Ah, hier das Karkasen. Musste ich ja eigentlich auch schon gewesen sein oder leicht hinkommen. Ist hier so eine Abschnitt, das weiter kann, ohne Geländer. Was machen? Ja.
This jutted out part of the bridge can't be a planning mistake. It was made with a specific purpose. This very platform is the place from which people were pushed into the bottomless chasm.
Gedacht. Das muss der Ort sein, wo seine Schwester diesen Knilch runtergeworfen hat. Und nur irgendeinem düsteren Ritual gefolgt sein.
It's locked. Breaking in would be impossible with such a massive door. This feels wrong. In short, it says he gave me a page from Victoria's scratchpad to help me find her. If I ever need him again, I should turn right when leaving the station, then follow the road uphill. His house is the last one.
Ja, und das habe ich gerade probiert. Das war keine gute Idee. Das komme ich nicht. Achso, da komme ich wahrscheinlich nur zurück. Ja.
Hello, young lady. What are you doing here all alone? Am I going crazy? She looks exactly like my sister when we were young. What's your name? Hey, wait! Where are you going? I should try to find that girl. Take a better look at her from up close. It's locked.
Ist hier dieser Schlüssel?
I struggle to find a reason to do.
Warte mal, vielleicht kann ich mir jetzt.
Kotar's key. Maybe it opens his lodge room.
Wo ist denn das Landhaus von Hartur? Wo ist hier? Ich dachte, oh nee, da bin ich jetzt. Da war ich noch nicht. Okay, gucken wir mal.
Who are you? I have nothing to do in there. I'm sinless.
You were quick with this one. Can you look after the children while I'm downstairs?
Sister?
Who are you?
I'm looking for Henry. We talked.
You must be Benedict.
I am. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you.
Father Henry's not here. You'll have to come some other time.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Be quick, I have a lot of work to attend to.
Paar Fragen.
Where's the girl that was here a moment ago?
What girl?
She ran in here from the courtyard.
Henry has told me about your sister. I really can't imagine what you're going through.
She opened the door to let me in.
Get yourself together. Spare me the lunatic blabbering. This orphanage has no females of any kind except me.
I saw her, and I heard her. Has this grim reality started to tell upon my own mind? So, this is an all-boys orphanage.
We had girls in the past, but not anymore. They are all gone.
Where did they go?
Disappeared. Taken away by those yellow monsters.
The moon ghouls.
Filthy spawns. They want us all, but young and healthy females are their most precious prey. Our poor youth. First they use them to give birth to new souls, then they eat them both.
God has abandoned this place. Maybe the inhabitants should as well.
Never. Kotar succeeded, and we can do it too. God didn't abandon this place. It is the men that have abandoned him. We must find and give pure faith, only then we will have peace.
Only Henry and yourself in this beautiful church?
Didn't you hear me? I have a lot of work. Yes, we are the only ones to take care of everything here.
There's a dozen of us at the monastery I come from, and we still struggle. I don't know how you do it.
I am a servant of God. I'll have my rest when my time comes. But it wasn't like that always. Quite a few people used to help us in the past.
I guess the usual happened to them. They went missing?
Most, but not all. The person that disappoints me the most is the one that is still here, but has renounced God.
A lost cause.
I can't accept that. Rudolf was once a respected man, an exemplary Catholic. He actively helped the community, played the organ, assisted during masses, managed events for us. And if that wasn't enough, he was a catechist in the school. I don't know what happened to him, and Henry doesn't allow me to find him. They hate each other now.
Tell me, sister. Where does he live?
I don't know anymore. His house was burned to the ground by someone within the community.
What is the man's full name?
Moisek. Rudolf Moisek. But everybody knows him by the nickname Moise.
Henry has every right to hate the man. One day he is here helping you, the next he leaves God and everything behind.
It's not just that. Henry told me he became a preacher of some sort, and that he now spreads words of hate against God. I believe he can still change.
Isn't it a bit dangerous to let the children play outside at night?
Now you want to tell me how to take care of them?
Not at all. It's just that...
They become wild animals when I don't let them play outside. They must have playtime. But they are not allowed to go anywhere else. These walls are their home and their world at the moment.
They're not allowed to go into town during the day?
Again with the lecturing? No, they are not allowed to get out, ever. Children are always precious, but these are the only youth left in Sveti Kotar. They are too precious to us. The only possible future we have.
Terrifying. What can you tell me about this drawing and text?
Where have you seen the eye? Move that away from me! Away!
Calm down. I found this note. It's not mine.
Don't you ever show that here again. You lure evil spirits into the only safe place we have.
Forgive me, sister.
Mother, are you all right? I heard you screaming. Oh, Anton, my little boy. Where have you been? I thought I saw you hiding from the others behind the big tree. I got away. I'm better than the rest. Are you going to be alright? I'm alright. I'm alright. I just got scared by something I thought I saw.
Well, hello, Antun.
You know each other? How could we? I'm seeing this man for the first time.
I forgot. He could get in trouble if I say I saw him on the lake. What should I do now?
Lügen. Ohne Sünde. Ganz genau. Nur ein bisschen lügen. Sonst alles gut.
I don't know the boy.
No reason for a godly man to lie, I guess. Well, I'll better get going now. Have anything else to ask me while I'm still here?
Just a bit more patience. Please, sister. Where's Father Henry? Maybe I could go find him.
You can't.
Why are you so secretive about it?
He's doing God's work. You'll have to come back later.
That boy, Antun, how did he end up in this place?
What kind of question is that?
I mean, where are his parents?
Anita couldn't endure the brutality of this place, and the weight of existence. So she took her own life and left the boy alone in this world.
And his father?
It's not my place to talk about him. Ask Noren.
Chief of Police, Noren?
Know any other Noren in this town?
I'll ask if I get a chance. Thank you. I have no more questions. Thank you for being so patient with me, sister.
I trust I won't find you here when I come back. Farewell. Thank you, mister.
I committed a sin for you. Show gratitude by listening to Evelina. She's just trying to protect you.
I know, and I'm grateful. I will help you. I know where Henry is.
Where is he?
Hiding in the confessional.
Hiding inside the confessional? Why would he do that?
Father is liberating evil men from the rotten souls they have. Just get inside where Father goes and you'll see.
Thank you, Anton.
And when Father isn't around, you may even see the one room for yourself.
Das ist ein seltsamer kleiner Junge.
The one room? Children are playing in the shadows of the tall cypress trees. Life after the crucifix. A mother and the disciples in sorrow. Mankind should have been nailed to that cross, not the one who tried to save it. Corpses with bare skulls and night dresses. Children play with these? Ivan Kotar, patron saint of this blessed town. Antun said to get inside the part of the confessional where Father Henry does. Let's see, what is this? A passage, hidden under the wooden floor. Clever. I think I'm now somewhere below the altar. What is this place? Looks ancient. Locked. Not strange considering where I am now. Liudevit. Romuald. Aloysie.
Ich habe so ein bisschen Angst, dass sie sich irgendwann bewegen.
Leonard. Cyril. Jeronim. Timotej. It's locked. Henry, is that you? Everything all right in there?
Benedict, how did you get down here?
Can you let me in? I need to talk to you.
No, I'll come out. Just a minute.
What just happened inside?
Glad to see you're all right, Benedict. But what are you doing down here? No one knows about the existence of this underground place. Just me and Evelina.
He's avoiding my question. I understand what Antun meant now. Evil men are being liberated from their rotten soul behind this door.
I have a lot of important matters to attend to, so please speak up.
I was simply admiring the interior of your confessional and got lucky. That's all.
Let's say I believe you because I don't have the time for the truth. What do you need?
Please, take a look at this drawing and text.
All right. The eye. And this is... Et occidit et bibi. Interesting. What do you want to know?
Is this the Eye of Providence?
It could be.
Evelina thinks it's an evil eye.
And rightfully so. The Saborans use the eye symbol for their god, Kasag, the moon demon, very similar to this drawing. It has two lines that end in hooks, but it might just as well be a mistake on the part of the person who made this drawing.
I know the meaning of these Latin words, but what can you tell me about them? Do they mean anything to you?
Sounds like a deserved damnation for someone who committed atrocious crimes.
So what does it mean?
I believe I've seen similar inscriptions on the graves in our cemetery.
Epitaphs?
Indeed, for those who deserve eternal punishment. There's a person who might help you with that. Gregor, our gravekeeper. He's at the cemetery day and night. You can't miss him. The cemetery behind this church, not the one in the forest, of course.
God bless you, Father. I'll talk to Gregor.
May I know where you got this note?
Detective Mostov gave it to me. It was taken out of Victoria's scratchpad.
As I suspected. Don't let this hinder your thoughts. You must find the truth, no matter the consequences.
I wouldn't be standing here if I didn't intend to, Father.
Good. Now if you'll excuse me, I should really be going. Come visit me later if you wish to speak more in peace. On the surface, not here. Never here, Benedict.
Just two more things. The warden is dead.
Say again?
We did what had to be done. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you now.
Good God. You did good, brother. You did very good. God will be pleased, and your faith is stronger now. We should turn them all into ashes. Locate, torture, and exterminate. That's the only way we can find peace in this town.
What is this place?
It's where holy persons of the town are laid to eternal rest. One day, a crypt will hold my flesh.
Why not at the cemetery?
To prevent the Saborans stealing our bodies. Those who serve God have a special significance for the tribe. We are standing in a secret part of the old church, constructed many centuries ago. The existence of this place was kept well hidden. Not even the Inquisition found out about it. They razed the old church to the ground, but these chambers remained untouched, hidden in the shadows.
Why did they demolish the old church?
To move the worshippers into the then newly constructed Church of Mary in the Carcassa forest. Ulrich de Nani of the Inquisition believed this would bring faith to the heart of darkness and repel evil. The plan failed miserably, and after the Inquisition left town, a new church rose from the dust above these chambers. A new church to honor our patron saint, the Church of Ivan Kotar.
I see 7 statues here.
Not statues, but stone coffins. Each contains one of the 7 disciples of Ivan Kotar. They were his guardians in life, and so efforts were made to keep them as close as possible to him in death. Kotar was kept in the crypt behind this door until I decided to move him to the surface. He deserves to be out there, worshipped and thanked for everything he did for Sveti Kotar. Listen to me. I could talk for hours about our past. Come, I'll walk you out of here. I must attend important matters at once.
Why would she write this inscription in her scratch pad? Was Henry right in thinking it was an epitaph?
Zum Friedhof. Er ist bestimmt hier hinten. Da war ich auch noch nicht. Ja.
Goldine. He must be somehow connected with the lodge. It's the same family name. The inscription on the door says, "To the loving memory of Ivan, Maria, and Neves." A pair of legs found on the outskirts of Sveti Kotar. Owner unknown. This must be a joke.
Ich glaube nicht, dass das ein Witz war.
Here lay the bodies of my mother Agnesa and my father Oton, and the body of Yaga, a sister I never had. No names on the door, just a carved drawing of a star or a flower. I'd say it's a strange flower in the form of a star. Noren? The family tomb of the chief of police? The nun we never deserved, Evelina Duk. That's weird. Melita Lavnyak, beloved mother, wife, and friend. Rest in peace, Mel. There's no body here, but having a grave was the right choice. Her life should be remembered. Ida planted it to remember her mother and guilt. The leaves are blood red like her mother's eyes on that fateful day. It was recently dug. The earth is still fresh and the hole full of maggots. Thomas Luny and Rezika Sluny. May your souls find home, peace, and fish. It was recently dug. The earth is still fresh. Thomas Luny. It was recently Thomas.
Nee, das sagt das Gleiche, egal was man anklickt.
Two names, Aloysia Tominic and Angelina Tominic. Born in 1467, died in 1533. No name, just an inscription. The hammer of God, the glitter of divinity in the dark, guard of our faith, our hero. Signed as the past, the present, and the future people of Sveti Kotar. Everything fine in there?
Who goes? You came here to steal from me? Leave, stranger.
You must be Gregor.
How would you know? Go away.
You look like a gravekeeper to me.
You must leave. I don't want strangers in my place, don't want anybody here.
And what would I steal? I just came to ask about something. Henry directed me here.
Henry? That madman? What do you want?
Please, take a look at this.
In inferno nulla est redemptio. You got that right. Move that away from my face. Why do you have that nonsense on your note?
Have you seen it before?
Yes, I did, and I know where.
Is it an epitaph on one of the graves here?
No. And I won't tell you anything if you don't help me first.
Natürlich.
How could I possibly help you?
I don't care how you do it, but if you want my help, you will deliver. This mausoleum belongs to the Merzel family.
I can see the name above our heads.
Shut up and listen. I was saying, this is the Merzel family mausoleum, and I'm one body short. It was stolen tonight.
And you want me to do what?
Get the body back in time for the funeral.
You're insane. I'm not
Oh, yes, you will. You will because I am the only person in this town who can help you with that Latin nonsense. Go ahead, ask around if you don't believe me.
I don't understand. Why can't you go and find the body on your own?
I eat here, I sleep here, and I do everything here. This is my home and I never leave it.
You can't call someone else to do it for you?
No one must know about this. No one. You understand? Otherwise the deal is off.
You're scared.
Shut up. Look in the mirror. I'm the one to be scared.
How did this happen? I mean, it's not a pen that was stolen.
I was cleaning up the place, making sure everything will be ready for the new arrival.
Ranko Merzel.
Yes, Rank. Will you shut up and listen? Ranko's body is coming tomorrow morning, and so I had to make his new house more cozy. I did everything nicely, as usual, and then went to take a short nap. A nap without sleeping, you know. Problem 1 is that I fell asleep. Problem 2, which is a bigger problem, is that I accidentally left the door unlocked.
Whose body was stolen?
Fran Merzel's. They left the coffin of his wife Yaga untouched, but that's not a coincidence.
How so?
People talk too much. Stories go around say that Fran was loaded with gold when entombed.
And so the perpetrator decided to steal his body, not just the gold.
You didn't let me finish! He was the gold. Rumors say his body was full of gold implants, plates, and whatnot.
Looks like I have no choice.
It's fate. You never have choice. You walked in here, and now you have to do it.
Do you have any clue as to who the thieves were?
The cripples. Those bastards sneaked in here and grabbed it like animals. I've never seen someone move so quickly.
Why didn't you stop them?
It was too late. They were already outside the walls. I said it already. I never leave my home.
He's saying so many contradictions. Some cripples, you say. Can you be more specific about who these people are?
Those maggots always sniff around the cemetery in search for anything valuable. Now you usually interrupt me.
I've learned not to.
Good. They call themselves the children of Moise. Or is it Moise that calls them that way? Doesn't matter.
It's the man that Evelina told me about.
They won't hurt you, and they won't talk.
How do you know?
They can't.
How so?
You'll see.
Where can I find these children?
They usually roam about in the area around the ex-school district.
Kuga?
What did you think? That they would drag the body for hours? It's Kuga, yes, just around the corner.
What happens once I find the body?
You drag it back here. Don't ask me how, because I don't care.
What am I doing? This is insane. Give me something, anything that could help me. I have a back problem. I can't drag something that heavy just like that.
Here, take this.
A rope and a sack?
Shut up! You're tormenting the dead with your annoying priest voice. Go now, and come back quickly.
Yay.
It seems capable to endure heavy weights. It's thick and strong.
Warte. So. Wo wollte er hin? Gregor, der Friedhofswärter der Stadt, will, dass ich ihm die gestohlene Leiche von Fran Mercel zurückbringe. Er sagt, dass eine Gruppe von Krüppeln die Kinder von Meusel sie gestohlen haben. Sie halten sich normalerweise im Bezirk Kuga auf. Und wo ist Kuga?
God help me.
Ich würde sagen, das sind sie. Oh. Das werden wir aber beim nächsten Mal machen. Nicht ganz so blutig wie beim letzten Mal. Aber das ist wirklich ganz und gar nicht in Ordnung. Ja, beim nächsten Mal Leiche schleppen. Yay. Aber für heute ist es damit mit Saint Kotar genug.